cactus and succulent growers, I'm Lynn and welcome to Desert Plants of Avalon in the north of Ireland. And today's video, if you love sharp and you love fierce and you love downright evil cacti, then this is the video for you. I'm going to be showing you the most spiniest and the most fierce cacti that I have in my collection. So then guys, this is going to be a bit of a fun video, and I have a lot of sharp cacti. Obviously the majority of cacti have spines, not all of them though, but I'm going to be just focusing on the sharpest ones in my collection. So first of all, I'm going to start off with the sharpest of them all, and I'm going to take you over here to my sort of serious cacti. And the sharpest, out of all of my collection, start off with the sharpest. And this one is Trichocereus chilensis. And just look at them razor sharp spines, guys. And when I say that these spines are about 2 to probably 3 inches long, I'm not kidding you. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you can see all the fleshy spines at the top, all the new ones. When the new spines come out, they sort of come lovely and sort of fleshy, and then they harden up into this lovely white, very sharp spines as they mature. And this is one that I got a few months ago from my wonderful friend Stephen at the Cactus Society here in Belfast. And it's one of his late father's collection. So it's very special. It's absolutely stunning. And I cannot tell you how much I love this one because it is just real striking beaut. Look, that's my finger. And you can just see how long these spines are. And obviously I'm touching it now, but it's not one that you want to sort of get too close to. It is just a stunning, stunning specimen. And the second one, so that would be the spiniest in my collection, as in the spiniest, as in the longest spines anyway. Now this one here is also another one that I got a few months ago from our wonderful friend Stephen, and as you can see, it's also a Trichocereus variety. I don't have the exact ID of this one, but it is also a very fierce and spiny one. Not as long spines as the chilensis one here, but it is still an awesome spiny one, absolutely gorge. The next very spiny one, not necessarily with the longest spines, but it has very sort of, it is very spiny. It's not one you can cuddle up with anyway. And this is also one we got a few months ago from Stephen as well. And this one is known as the creeping devil, because the way it grows creeping along in its natural habitats. And the proper name for this is Stenocereus eruca, but commonly known as the creeping devil. And isn't it just stunning? Very, very spiny, very, very sharp. See the new growth coming on there. Beautiful, beautiful cactus. And one of my very specials. I'm very happy to have this in the collection. And then we have other sort of very spiny as well. This is Pachycereus pringlei, and this is one I've had for many years. I would say possibly 25 years, and it's about over 5 feet, about 5'2". It's taller than me and I'm 5 foot, and it's a very spiny, beautiful specimen here, packed with sharp spines, and it is just gorgeous. And then here we have another chilensis, and a very beautiful specimen here as well. But it is very spiny, but it's not the sharpest. Very different to this one. And a lot of our other sort of Trichocereus are actually spineless, or very tiny spines, as you can see. Now this one here as well, that's double-headed, is a Trichocereus peruvianus, and very sharp as well here. This is one I've had for many years in my collection. Got this in my early 20s, and one I got from Glastonbury town, from a little shamanic shop. Absolutely awesome. It was It's a tiddler when I got it, and it's just grown so big. Look at the spines of that, guys. Absolute stunner. And I've also got my Clyster Cactus Bormani. This is, it doesn't have sort of very thick spines, but it's a very spiny one, as you can see. And believe it or not, it's not the most sharpest in my collection. Might look very sharp, but the spines are actually quite bendable and not too bad to touch. Other Trichocereus there. So they're probably the longest, spiniest I have there, especially this Chileensis one. And also I have to mention the Stetsonia corrine, because that is also a very sharp spiny cactus. Look at that. Probably 2-inch long spines. Only a small one, but it's known as the toothpick cactus because of its very sharp spines resembling a toothpick. It's just incredible. Look at that. Oh, I just love these sharp beasties. And here then I'm going to take you over to, it's a very common cactus in the collection. This one is known as the golden barrel, and Echinocactus grusoni. And this is one I've had for many years as well. And it's actually quite large. Got this when it was sort of quite small when I went to Cornwall. I think it was around Tintagel or somewhere like that. And got it from a lovely little garden place there. And it has grown so well over the years. Again, probably 30 years old. 30 years I've had this anyway. And it is also very sharp. I'll just show you how long these spines are with my finger. It is a very spiny, gorgeous golden ball of awesomeness. And then the next spiniest ones, how could I not mention the Ferrocacti. And this one is Ferrocactus gracilis, variety coloratus. Gorgeous red spines, but just look at them long hooked spines. It is very spiny. If you love spines and really prominent spines as well on cacti, Ferrocactus are the one to go for. And here, Telocactus rhinconiensis as well, also very sharp. Look at that. And then I have my old Ferrocactus, multi-headed, that is about 30 years old as well. And that is not the longest spines though, compared to probably this one here, but it is definitely very sharp. And I have a lot of very sharp cacti, but as I mentioned in this video, I'm just going to be focusing on the spiniest. So then that's that, and now I'm going to show you a little bit more here of what's spiniest. Another Ferrocactus here with very sharp spines, and another one here, awesomeness. And I'm just going to take you outside into the yard to show you a cactus that I've had for a very long time that also is very sharp. Now here I am outside in the yard, and this is my very large 8 feet high, probably even taller, Brasilia Opuntia basiliensis, and it's one of the opuntioids, and it is absolutely lethal, guys. I'll just show you, just look at them razor sharp spines. This is one that I take outside for the summer months, and it is just incredibly sharp. And of course it has glow kids as well. Even these pads, if you were to touch this, ow, it is so bad. It is really sharp. Now my spiniest cacti in my collection would not be complete without a mention of probably one of the most, not only one of the most spiniest, but also the most probably dangerous as well. And that's the choyas. And I have a few of these in my collection here. This is a choya. And choya, if you want to know what I mean by that, guys, it's often known as the sort of jumping choya, or the wrongly and definitely should not be labelled as this, but it is, as the teddy bear choya. And it is very lethal, not only because it has very long spines, like toothpicks, as you can see here. This is my other one there. But also because choyas, and particularly this teddy bear choya, if you get these into your fingers, it's more than just ouch. They actually have sort of barbed spines. So what I mean by that is they have a sheath on them. So if it gets stuck into your finger, whereas a normal spine you can just pull it out, which is painful enough, it's almost like, imagine the scales on a fish, and then the scales go backward. But that's what happens if it gets into your fingers or your skin, any part of your body actually. When you try to pull them out, the scales on these sheaths that are covering these spines go the other way. So it's almost like an armour plating that goes the other way, like slates on a roof going backwards. It traps into your fingers and it's incredibly painful. And there's some really awful videos on YouTube of really idiotic guys, these daredevils, jumping into choyas in the desert. And why they do it, I don't know, but do your Google searches on that if you want to. Craziness, and it must be so horribly painful. There's also been cases of poor animals getting caught in them, cats and dogs and other wildlife caught with them. It's a nightmare to remove them, very, very painful. So if you have these choyas, make sure you have them completely away from any pets and even from any wildlife, because they're not just spiny, they're very dangerous and very painful. You can get yourself injured as well. But as I say, it's not the longest spines compared to my others, but they're probably the most dangerous. And a video wouldn't be complete without mentioning that. And Opuntias in general, this is soft, this Tephro-Cactus. They're not the spiniest, as in the size of the spines, unless it's a choya, of course, as I mentioned. But with the glochids, they contain these tiny little hairs that are very painful. So they're probably the most painfulest and dangerous. But as I say, I'm not focusing on that particularly in this video. This is just my spiniest in my collection. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm just going to do a quick scoot around here. Just want to show you something that is not spiny in any form. My beautiful Epiphyllum Fantasy blooming for the very first time for me. And this is very soft, no spines on that. Totally off topic to spiny cacti, but I just want to share the beauty of the flower while it's blooming. So yes, there are lots of very spiny beasts, but I think I've covered the very spiniest I have in my collection. If you want to see all of the spineless, that's cacti without spines, that I have in my collection, then do watch a video that I filmed a few months ago on all the spineless cacti I have in my collection. Links to that video will be up above. And also, if you want to know what is the oldest cacti in my collection, then I'll also link that video up above as well. Do go ahead and watch that, so you'll see what the oldest plants I've got in my collection, and also any other ones that don't have spines. Also, if you want to see the round shaped cacti such as these that I have in my collection, do also watch that video as well. I'll also link that video up above. All them videos will be up above. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. And do you have any sharp cacti in your collection? And if so, what is the sharpest? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already. Do follow me on Insta, Twitter and Facebook for lots of cactus flowers on there and videos. And also do check my website out, desertplantsofavalon.com. I want to wish you all a fantastic day and lots of cactus power!